For Learning Unit 1, there are going to be 3 lectures, written out lectures that are going to be posted in Blackboard. And those are going to cover the topics of the macronutrients, which are going to be the big nutrients, which are carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. And you're also going to be responsible for Unit 1 for reading chapters 1 and 2 in your textbook. So for the unit as a whole, we're going to cover carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins, and we're going to look at nutrition assessments, what they are, why they're important, why they're done. And then we're going to look at vitamins, the fat soluble and water soluble, and minerals, the macro minerals and the micro minerals. For your first assignment for Unit 1, it's going to be a timed quiz. It's going to be a 20-minute timed quiz, and it's going to cover carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. So once you start that quiz, you're going to have to complete it. So once you open it up, you'll have 20 minutes to complete it and get it submitted. For the remaining assignments for Learning Unit 1, the assignment 2 is going to be based on nutrition assessments, and assignment 3 is going to be based on your vitamins and minerals. And for those last 2 assessments, those are going to be more like short answer type assignments. And for those, you can open them up, you can work on them, and you can save them and kind of work on them over the course of the week. So say you start working on it, you answer one question, you want to eat dinner. Well, what you can do is you can save that, and you can save your progress. You can go eat dinner, go have a good night's sleep, come back the next day and open it back up. You'll see your progress saved, and then you can add to that, answer another question, and so on and so forth. So you can work on that assignment and save it until you hit the submit button. Once you hit the submit button, that turns that assignment into me for grading. So once you submit an assignment, you can't make any changes to it. You can't do anything else to it. So you can save an assignment, alter it, work on it before the due date. But in order to actually turn it in and submit it, you want to hit that submit button to submit it to me. Also for Unit 1, there's going to be a discussion assignment. And you're going to have a week to complete that discussion assignment. So it's going to open up for you on a Friday. By the following Monday, you're going to need to make your response to the post. So I'm going to pose a question. I'm going to give you a link to follow, or it kind of just varies with every unit. But what you're going to do is you're going to have to formulate your response to that. And then by the next Friday, you're going to have to formulate 2 responses to classmates. And all those dates are under the due dates, so be sure that you are on top of those dates. But what I want to point out is that we don't want to have posts and responses that are just kind of short, and we don't want to say just like, oh, good job, great post. What we want to do is we want to further discussion. We want to foster discussion amongst our classmates. So what's important is that when you write a response, you're giving some feedback. If you agree with something, talk about why you agree with it. If you disagree, talk about why you disagree, and respectfully, of course. We want to respect one another and have a good, nice, healthy learning environment. But we want you to continue that discussion, pose questions back and forth, and like I said, really just give a lot back when you respond to the other posters. There are rubrics, grading rubrics posted in the course content section. There will be rubrics for the discussion questions and rubrics for the discussion post, rubrics for the year-long answer type questions. So those are going to be there in the course content section. One other thing that's posted, not only in Learning Unit 1, but for all the other learning units, is there are just some supplemental videos. Not videos, lecture videos by me, but just other videos that help try to explain some things a little bit more, some things where I thought maybe a visual would be helpful. So please check those out. So those are important, and those should also help you out as well. There will be a test for Learning Unit 1 and also for all the other learning units. And that test is going to be in 2 parts. The first part is going to be a short answer, true, false. The first part's going to be like a multiple choice, true, false type of thing where you're just going to select an answer. And the second part is going to be more your short answer discussion type portion. So there are 2 different portions to the test. And those will add up to be worth 100 points. So you're going to have two different parts. You don't have to take them immediately back to back. You just have to get them both completed by the due date. And both parts of those will be timed. So once you open them up, you do have to complete them. So you'll have the test, and there's a date range for when the test will be open, and those are going to be found again under your due dates link. And I want you all just to make sure that you kind of have a handle on how things are set up, that you have a handle for your due dates. We don't want any dates to get beyond you, and we don't want you to feel like you're not sure what's going on. So to rehash for Learning Unit 1, you're going to have 3 lectures that are posted on Blackboard. Those are going to cover carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids. You're going to be responsible for reading 2 chapters in your textbook. Those would be chapters 1 and chapter 2. You're going to have 3 assignments for Learning Unit 1. The first one's going to be a quiz, and then the second 2 are going to be written answers. You will have a discussion post, and you will have a test for Module 1. And again, all that's going to cover your proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids, your nutrition assessments, and your vitamins and minerals. So let's go ahead and let's get started with Learning Unit 1.